Welcome to another episode of Inside Rangers Football. I'm your host, Brave Freeman, again joined via Zoom by Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill. The Rangers are on a three-game winning streak, now 5-1 of the season. More importantly, 3-1 in district play following a 21-0 win this past Thursday over the Broncos. Coach, solid win for you against the Unicorns. What were your biggest takeaways from the win last week?
Well, anytime you can pitch a shutout, obviously you're at a tremendous advantage, to do that against a team like New Braunfels that has had so much success moving the football. I don't want to say it's unexpected because I guess we go into every game thinking we might can do that, but I don't think many people anticipated that. But I think limiting their explosive plays, no dramatic deep ball, 60-yard running catch or pop off a 50 or 70-yard run, to limit explosives like that and to get two takeaways, two turnovers, I think was the biggest thing. And the key to the game, I thought our kicking game played well, particularly our punt team, giving them disadvantageous field position, with our directional punts. And then I thought our offense, made their fair share of explosive plays. We didn't always drive the football up and down the field on them, but we got a few big chunk plays, and probably that was a difference in the ballgame.
I want to go back to the play of the defense because early on, New Braunfels was driving the football, converted a lot of third and longs as well, but your defense never gave in. A lot of bending, but not breaking, in particular in the first quarter, in the first half. Just how critical were those early stops for you?
Well, they were real critical. The first quarter didn't look real good. They were able to convert a number of third downs, as you said, possess the ball for a long time, spend a lot of time with the ball on our end of the field. But we were able to stiffen and keep them out of the end zone. I think they tried one field goal and missed it. And our offense ran out there, turned the ball over on the first play, but our defense got it right back for us the very next play on a turnover. And then finally we got a little bit of rhythm offensively, got a spark by a couple of big deep ball throws, and then we were able to settle in and get the game going in a little bit more of a fashion than we're used to.
Yeah, getting back to the play of the offense, you turned the ball over on your very first play of the game, but again, your defense came through and got a stop afterwards, and then your offense seemed to settle in. A very effective run of the football with Justin Avery. McCracken also ran the ball well, and of course, your quarterback Jalen Nutt. You mentioned the deep ball. Hit Maverick Freeland for a long touchdown, hit Zach McDonald for a long play leading to a touchdown. The very next throw after the one he'd hit to Freeland. Just how impressed were you with your quarterback's ability to throw the deep ball this past Thursday?
Well, he did a good job, and it was perhaps the difference. It opened up some things eventually for us in the running game. But I was very impressed. I thought he made some good throws. I thought Maverick and Zach made some good catches, and we were protected well. And it came down to that kind of game. They were trying to take away our short intermediate throws and try to make it difficult on us to run the ball. So we had to loosen them up, and we were able to do it. Got good protection, good play from our receivers, and it got us ahead. And particularly when we scored the third one after another deep ball throw set it up, then New Braunfels really couldn't be balanced. They had to throw almost all the time in an effort to get back in the game. And anytime you get one-dimensional, that's hard to do. And our front was able to really heat up the passer and make things tough on them.
You look at the offense the past three games, the totals for you, 34, 48, 21. That's good. But defensively, the totals for the other team, 7, 0, and 0. Your defense has not allowed a point over the past 11 quarters. You've pitched back-to-back shutouts. Just how much confidence is your defense playing with right now?
Well, I think they're playing with confidence. They're not playing with arrogance. They're not full of themselves. They understand that with our schedule, that can't last. We know we're going to get scored on at some point, but what you're hoping to do, and I think it's been a big key, is we've been able to the last three ball games prevent the big chunk plays. 2 or 3 times I've referenced it just in this show, but that's a big part of it. Make people drive the football. Who knows? Along the way, they may get a penalty, or they may turn the ball over, or somehow self-destruct and end the drive themselves. But if you give it to them in a big play, then they hadn't had to do much. And so we've been successful at doing that, but we still got some pretty good offenses coming our way, including one this week that are more than capable of doing that. So we're proud of what we've done, but we know we've still got a lot of improving to do to get to the level that we want to be at.
Well, again, the Rangers coming off an impressive 21-0 win over the Broncos, and with it, a lot of big plays for the Rangers in the win over the Unicorns. Coach Hill takes us through this week's Plays of the Week.
Let's go look at it. Our first play of the week is our final touchdown. We're up 14-0, and we had a big throw and catch that got us down into the red zone, and we pick up the action here. We're going to start by bringing our receiver, Will Strachan, a senior wide receiver, is going to come in motion left to right. And as you see him do that, we fake a handoff to him, and he's bringing two of the defenders with him, which helps the play, as by design is going to be run back the other way. Jalen Nutt fakes the handoff and goes, and you see a bunch of blocks there. Britt Stoley, James Etheridge going right to left there, Colton Thomason, Ryan Binka. And then out here on the left, our tight end, and that is Dylan Domel. Open up a big hole right there. There's a block finally by our fullback, Brandon Salvaggio, and Jalen hits that crease and hits it. You see a big hole there. And then Maverick Freeland, our wide receiver, gets a push on the cornerback, gets him off his feet, and Jalen is able to hit that hole and score standing up. So just a big play, gets us up by 21, and really it's on the downhill slide after that. See it real well from the end zone. There's that sweep fake again that we mentioned. Two New Braunfels defenders are getting pulled that direction by that action. And here comes those blocks. There's Colton Thomason. They're right there in the middle of the screen. And there's a block by Brandon Salvaggio. You can see Ryan Binko on the left here sealing off their other linebacker. And then Jalen's out the back door and scores standing up. Big play, and really one that helped put the game away. Our next big play is not one that you see much. Our punter, Wyatt Hayden, our senior, had an outstanding game the other night. He had a 43-yard net on all of his punts averaged together and consistently kicked the ball away from their returner. Does a great job of the old playground keep-away game. You can see here comes a snap from Ryan Hakes, and he's punting the ball to the left, line driving it to the left on purpose. Not a traditional punt, but the ball's down there way in the corner, and you can see their defender, their returner finally fields it on the 10, 11-yard line there, but he's boxed in. We've got Ryan Hakes, number 10, and Garrison Eggleston, number 30. They've got him boxed up. Tanner Donovan comes in from the left, and Ryan circles back, and then we just get him on the 12-yard line. Just a great kick and great coverage by those guys. Here comes a snap from Ryan Hakes. Ball's just about to enter our punter's hands. And you can see their returner trying to drift left. He's on to us. He understands we're kicking it, but Wyatt does such a tremendous job of keeping it away from him. Line drives it. It's a tumble punt, end over end. There's Garrison on the left, Ryan on the right. They've got him boxed in. And Tanner Donovan's the arrow on the left. And then we get them down inside the 15, about the 12-yard line. They've got a long field to go, and that's difficult to overcome. And finally, our last big play is a defensive play. We'll focus on two senior defensive linemen, Luke Seminaro on the left, Trey Moore on the right. We've got New Braunfels having to throw the ball, trailing late in the game. And so we know they're going to throw. They know they're going to throw. And here comes the pressure. Luke from the inside, Trey up and around on the outside. Trey gets up the field, forces him to step up away from pressure. And when he does, he steps right into the vise. And both of those combine for a big sack. That helps squash that drive. You'll be able to see it real well from behind the defense. Luke's there on the inside. On the far right is Trey Moore, up and around, really just being relentless. I mean, they're not doing anything special, just being relentless and playing hard, bringing the rush back to the quarterback, get him in the vise, as we said, sandwich him, big sack, forces another punt. We're able to run out the clock. And those are our plays of the week.
And again, Smithson Valley now on a 3-game winning streak, 3-1 in 27 6A play. Right now alone in third place. The Rangers have a chance to climb into a tie for first with a win over the Judson Rockets this Friday. A game we'll preview coming up right after this on Inside Rangers Football.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really gonna like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
This week in Rangers trivia. Over the last 2 weeks, Smithson Valley's defense has posted back-to-back shutouts and wins over South San and New Braunfels. When was the last time the Rangers win 2 consecutive games without allowing a point? Is the answer A, the 2010 season, B, the 2014 season, or C, the 2018 season? The answer is A, the 2010 season. That's right, it's been a decade since Smithson Valley has had back-to-back shutouts. That season, the Rangers finished with 5 total shutouts, with those consecutive performances coming against Alamo Heights and Clemens in district play.
Yes, 10 years ago, back-to-back shutouts, kind of like we're doing now. Those were our 5A days. We'd spent a couple of years in now what is 5A, and we Lockhart and Alamo Heights back-to-back. Those were big wins and took us on to an undefeated district championship that particular season. So going back to the New Braunfels game, second straight shutout. Coach Westphal, 11 quarters of straight shutout defense, including the last 3 quarters of the Clemens game. How's that happening?
Well, we just try to play one series at a time, really one play at a time, one series at a time is what we talk about with the kids, and we're trying not to talk about it very much or focus on it. We're just trying to play good defense on this play, you know, and the kids are playing really hard right now. I mean,
well, I think the biggest key is limiting explosives. We're playing such explosive football teams in our league. Everybody's got these playmakers, and just stopping the 70-yard throw and catch or the 85-yard run. Making them drive the football, and that's big. And then I think the turnovers. Somewhere along the way, maybe they'll turn it over or get a penalty, or we'll just stone them 3 and out. But really all the above, and you can't have any weak links.
that's right. And I think right now everybody's doing a good job of taking care of their responsibility. And like you said, we've been able to limit the explosives, and that's been huge. We've given up a couple, in the last few games, but not like the other teams have been used to getting. And and if we can keep doing that, then I like our chances. But we're just trying to, like I said, let's play good on this play, and let's play good on this series, and don't think about all that other stuff. I mean, let's just get better right now.
Well, and I think tied to that is running the football well and possessing the ball and playing well in the kicking game. And Coach Shin, does the offensive strategy tie in with the defensive strategy?
Oh yeah, definitely does, and makes our job easier. Like we said last week, that's always good. But New Braunfels was committed to the run, but our defense is playing as well as they have been and causing turnovers. We were a little hard-headed, and we were going to run the ball. But then we also took advantage of some man coverage, because they were loaded up in the box and trying to make it hard on us to run. And we had guys, Jalen made some good throws, Maverick made some good catches down the field. But it definitely ties in, when your defense is playing like that and, offensively, just keep doing what we do and wear them down as the game goes. That's been a pretty good recipe for us.
Well, I think people lose sight of that. You get offensive minded and then you get in your own domain, or defensive minded and you get in your own domain. But keeping the football and making some explosive plays. You mentioned Maverick, Zach McDonald got behind the defense once as well, and then just and in converting third downs. Dylan Domel with a nice throw and catch with he and Jalen is a 10-yard game, but it's 3rd and 7.
Big play. Very
Third and
big play.
7. It allowed us to keep running the football, and then we hit another big throw and we score and we put the game away. And
That's right.
a lot of times that gets lost. Wyatt Hayden.
Huge game.
Yeah,
big time.
Didn't get interviewed after the game. Wasn't the ESPN Player of the Week or anything like that, but 4 or 5 punts, line drive, tumble punt, playing keep away with their returners, maximizing a roll,
Field position.
43-yard net. So every time our defense runs out there, New Braunfels was staring at a long field.
That really helps.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to mention him here, and then, this is probably the first mention that he gets as far as that. But our players know it, our coaches know it, and the fans that keep up with us know it. And so, it all ties together. And the bottom line is, did you win the game? It's not how many yards you gave up or points you gave up or anything like that. Do we win? And we were out to win, and we did win, and a good win. And so, a couple of Thursday nights in a row at Ranger Stadium, and then now we're kind of back to normal. Here we go playing Judson in a big ball game, except we're not.
Yeah.
We get off the practice field Monday, and I pop down in my office and I got a voicemail there to call our athletic director, and she tells us that the Judson superintendent has pulled the plug on the game, and with some COVID issues. So suddenly that game, much like the New Braunfels game 3 or 4 weeks ago, has been punted to our next open date, which is the last playing date of the season. So we suddenly find ourselves in an open date. And unlike New Braunfels, though, we're able to quickly convert to an open week. New Braunfels, we got the thing canceled on the morning of the game. We'd spent all week practicing and didn't schedule time off and things. So what typically goes on in an open week, Coach Westphal? What have we typically tried to do through the years?
Well, typically we try to get our players rested a little bit and healthy, but then we try and focus on improving ourselves and focusing on fundamental football again. Not necessarily we're getting ready to stop this set of plays. How can we improve our overall fits and working together as a unit? How can we improve the fundamental skills of tackling, block destruction, those sort of things.
Right. Offensively, Coach Shin, what goes on?
Same thing, fundamentals, and that we can only control what we can control, and we were getting ready to play Judson, but now it's an open week, so I'm so impressed with our guys. Hey, this is what next, so let's go get better, improve every time we go on the field, and try to get ready for the next time that we come out.
Our next game is East Central. Don't have them this week. We'll have another midweek coaches show prior to that, and we'll talk a little bit more about our matchup with East Central out at East Central. There's some famous alumni from East Central. Some of them very notorious, and others not. And so, but anyway, we do have some upcoming events on the Rangers Network that we hope you'll be a part of and want to view. We've had our Rangers athletes that sign national letters of intent, scholarship agreements for the various sports. There'll be a link sent out to our subscribers to watch coverage of that. And this coming Friday, our girls basketball game will be broadcast live on the Rangers Network. And Saturday, we have a live broadcast of our boys basketball team. So we hope you'll watch those. If you're a subscriber, you'll be sent an email and click the link and you're on and you're watching it. If you're not a subscriber but want to be, then text the word Rangers to the number on the screen and you'll be one. Thank you for joining us on our Midweek Coaches Show, and we'll see you next time.